Hello, welcome guys to this your English class. Today we are going to finish, which is the Unit 12. So we are almost done with this level and also with this book, right? So as you see here, we have the lesson B, where we're going to be talking about the man-made world. Okay, so you know that the man is the person who has been creating the buildings, everything that we are using right now, instead of the nature, of course. That is something provided from a different part. Okay, so here, as you see, we have a reading that is they are talking about the Burj Khalifa. That is this amazing and tall tower. um, so I am going to read everything for you, and the one that we are using some vocabulary words that we had over here. So this is some information they say about the Burj Khalifa. Uh, this skyscraper is the tallest building in the world at 829.8 meters, in this case, which is around 2,722 feet. The architects proposed ideas for the building in 2003, and construction was finished in 2010. So architects face many obstacles in building a skyscraper this big. The building needed to be very strong to withstand its own weight. The extreme heat of Dubai also had to be considered. Another use was how to safety and quickly transport people and goods around the building. The builders found an efficient solution to get around this problem. The building has 57 high-speed elevators. Wow. Each can travel 600 meters a minute and accommodate 10 to 12 people. The building has many sustainable features as well. For example, it collects the reuses water from the air conditioners, saving 15 million gallons of water a year. That's amazing. So this is a building which is actually reusing, as they say, the water that the air conditioners produce. That's pretty interesting. So all right, so in these blue words that you see, we have different vocabulary words like proposed. When is you propose, like you give an idea. Construction, the construction is when the building is in process. Obstacles, all right, the obstacles are, for example, the problems that they faced when they are, in this case, building these towers. Withstand, so to be very strong, to withstand its own weight. Withstand is like support, like the weight of the tall of the skyscraper. Consider, you know already what is that word. This is almost in Spanish. So it quickly transport people, so move from one place to another, and goods around the building. Okay, so efficient solution, here we have efficient, get around this problem, get around. It's not like we say like all the things that are no. So to get around is like to solve the problem. That is the solution. To continue. The other one is accommodate. All right, accommodate is like get some people comfortable in a place. And the last one is sustainable. All right, so sustainable, which this word, as I say, it comes from sustain. That this is like half. For example, the building has many sustainable features, things that can make in this case, make it even better, even if more with more efficient. That that actually is the meaning of this one. Also, guys, here below we have an exercise where you have to complete using the blue words. So the ones that I was reading to you right now. So you can do that one in order to practice. Okay, so the next part, here we have the listening. You know, guys, the listening is are on the platform. You can go straight forward to that part. Wow, look at this. These are some, like they say, which photo shows what the woman does in her job. So this is accordingly with the audio. You have to listen to it. This is pretty dangerous. Gosh, would you take a job like that? Because we can take this one, but that one, whoa. All right, so there is a reading also, which is when the seas rise. This part here, you can discuss this with your partners, okay? So as you know that this week we are not having calls for, in this case, practicing the speaking, because we have also one that is going to help you to practice your speaking, that is the oral evaluation. This is the final oral evaluation that you will be taking, besides the exposition that you've been doing and the final exposition that you have of the multicultural fair. And I hope that everybody got this is pretty good with no problem, with no delays. So here we are going to be skipping this reading because there is also some things that we have to do, all right, later on. So I was, guys, not able to make the call this morning to the guys because as you see my internet here, I have no internet, which is something that is calling the attention, but it's okay. So the today's grammar is the passive, something, guys, we have already seen before, but we just have seen the passive voice with the simple present and the simple past. Okay, so now we have the passive voice with various tenses. Okay, so we have the present perfect, present continuous, or simple future, that is will. Okay, so in the simple present, as you know already, I was telling you, here we use, let me go to this part. One moment. This is a chart that we have with sentences in active voice and in passive voice. You know that in the active voice, right? In this case, the subject is the one who takes the action, right, of the verb. But in the passive voice, we don't focus in the subject. We focus more in the object. So as you see, engineers build skyscrapers with a steel frame structure. So the only thing or easy thing for you to identify is to identify what is the subject and what is the object. So the subject is the person, in this the person that we're talking about, the engineers, right? Now the objects in this case is skyscrapers. All right. So as we already know this, when we are talking in the simple present, if the sentence is normal, you only have to see the verb build. So it is in present, in simple present. So if it's in present, in the passive voice, we are going to use the verb to be in the present. All right. Something you have to be careful with is that in the passive voice, it doesn't matter which tense we are using. The main verb, that is build, is going to be in the past participle. All right, all the time. There is no exceptions for this rule. Okay, all the time, passive voice, you need to use past participle in the main verb. The only thing that is going to be changing is the verb to be in this one. So if you have simple present in the passive voice, you use the verb to be in the simple present. In this case, as we're talking about the skyscrapers, is plural, so we used to say are. Okay, so most skyscrapers are built with a steel frame structure. Okay, so here I don't have to identify to say by whom, for example, by the engineers. No, it's not necessary because we already know. Now, in the simple past, if you see, just look, the Woolworth Company built a skyscraper in 1913. So here, you just have to see that the verb is in simple past. Okay, so if it's in simple past, the verb to be is going to be in the simple past. Was. So and the main verb, remember, it stay normal in past participle all the time. Look, built, 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 built. Okay, so the only thing who change is the verb to be. One of the first skyscrapers was built in 1913. All right. Now, present perfect. In the present perfect, we have this sentence in the active voice. Engineers have built the world's tallest building in Dubai. So you identify here that in this line we have present perfect, auxiliary have, plus the past participle of the verb. So if we have this in present perfect, in the passive voice, you have to use the same in the verb to be. You need to add verb to be to this sentence, okay? To all of them. The world's tallest building has been. So is being, don't get confused with the present perfect continuous that here in the present perfect continuous we use being. No. This being is because of the verb to be. That here it was are, here it was, here it was present perfect. So auxiliary have or has, verb to be in the past participle plus the main verb in the past participle. Okay, so the world's tallest building has been built in Dubai. All right, these sentences are not like pretty usual because we actually used to say the same sentence in a different with a different grammar, or we used to make a different one. But anyways, remember, you need to know this. Now, present continuous. In the present continuous, we have engineers are building a lot of tall buildings in Shanghai. So here we have present continuous, as you see, with the ing. So what are we going to do here? The verb to be is going to be with the ing. Instead of are, is, or am, I am going to say be. Verb to be, normal, be, but with the ing. So being. All right, so this are is because of the present continuous. Okay, don't get confused. This other are, this is because of present continuous. So here we're going to say a lot of tall buildings are being built in Shanghai. Easy peasy. So we don't have to get confused here. The other one, the simple future. So in this case, will, as you see, someday they will build a skyscraper without concrete. So what we have here, we have will. So if we have this, we have to use will and the verb to be, will be, because it's future. Someday a skyscraper without concrete will be built. Okay, in past participle as always. All right, so and that's it. It's very, very simple. Okay, remember, you just have to identify what is the object, what is the subject. Remember, the subject is the person that or the we're referring to, and the object, of course, is the thing, whatever, right? The dog, the house, the car. So if I create a sentence, let me see if I can do this over here. Just 1 second. We're going to do some sentences right now using those tenses. So if I say, Mary creates pizza. The pizza. Mary creates the pizza. So what do we have here? That's the first thing. The subject, that is Mary, the object, that is the pizza. Okay? And creates. The tense is the simple present. So if it's in the simple present, in the passive voice, I have to say, here I have to say who was the person who created or who creates the pizza, because I don't have an obvious sentence, all right? So I have to say by whom. For example, the pizza, what do I have to say? Is created by Maria or Mary. Okay, so verb to be in the simple present, because the sentence in the active voice, the verb is in present. Okay, so this is the tense. Very easy in the simple present. Now in the simple past, if I say Maria, I'm gonna have to say Maria, guys, because this, of course, it's Mary. Maria created the pizza. So Maria is not the person who cooked in this case. She was the founder of the pizza, who creates the pizza, the first one. So here I have to say in the passive voice, identify first. Here we have simple past, right? So we're gonna do the pizza, and the verb to be was created by Maria. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Verb to be in the simple past. Now, what is the next one? Let's say present perfect. So I have to say Maria has created the pizza. So I have auxiliary and past participle. So this is considered as present perfect. Now, how it needs to be? We have to say the object first, the pizza, okay? And here I have to use, as they say, look over here, we have to use auxiliary plus the verb to be and say the pizza has been, and then the verb created by Maria. The pizza has been. This is considered as the verb to be in the past participle, because we are talking in the simple present. All right? Okay, so the next one is the present continuous. All right? How can we do this same sentence? Maria, let's say, is creating the pizza. I put the example with pizza because I know that you are lovers of the pizza, and we are lovers too. So Maria is creating. Identify first, and then I have to say the pizza. Okay, and the verb to be are, because we are talking about this. This are is because of present continuous. Okay, now goes be, verb be in ing. The pizzas, sorry. So here it depends if you're talking in singular or if you're talking in plural. So I'm referring to the pizza, not pizzas, right? The pizza is being created by Maria. Okay, and the last one is the simple future with will. If I say Maria will create the pizza. Okay, so what do I have to say in the passive? Exactly. Now, yeah, so the pizza, all right, and I have to say as in the ones here, they tell you will be. So I say the pizza will be, and then the verb in past participle all the time. I don't get tired of saying the same. Created. So past participle of the verb. The pizza will be created by Maria. And that's it. It's very easy. So you only have to see the tense. Okay? Very good. So there are some exercises, guys, that you will be completing on the next page. It's the page 200 to 218. Yeah. Here you have some uh, dialogues plus an exercise. Like think of a famous building, a structure, or a monument in your city. Answer these questions about it using the passive. So let's say, for example, the monument, Santiago's monument, where it is located. Okay, so you just have to answer with these ones. If you want the sentences that you will be giving, you can change it. If it's possible, you can change some of them to the passive. So here, this is what they say, using the passive. So where is it located? You have to say the monument. I am talking in the passive. The monument is located in Santiago. Here I'm using passive voice in simple present. When was it built? The monument was built on that night. I don't remember. I don't know what is the year. Okay. How many people have visited? So as you see, the question also tells you in which tense you have to answer. Okay, and using the passive also. Great. So the first thing you say is the object. And great, guys. So as you see here, we have the credits of the Whirling. So that was the last class of this book. Okay, practice, guys. There is a practice that I have already attached in the material that you can complete using the passive voice in those different tenses. If there is any question you have, please remember to text me or I will be there to help you out, okay? Don't hesitate in telling me, alright? Well, guys, so that was everything for today. I hope that you understood the class pretty well and that we could see tomorrow morning. And for the guys of the afternoon, we can see also in the afternoon. All right. I hope that the internet by today on it is on that time it is already fixed. Well, so that was everything for today. See ya.